What is up, guys? Your homeboy Daniel from Tiny Studio Production. Today in the house we got Kelvin. What's up, brother?
How's it going, boss?
And as co-host we got Eddie Ayala.
What's up?
So what's up, brother? How's the drive over here?
Lit.
Yeah.
It was fine.
So you're coming out of LA, right?
Yeah.
So
North Hollywood area.
what's the story, bro? Are you from the Valley and you moved to LA, or?
I'm from the Valley and just out there. The opportunities from what I'm doing are massive compared to here, obviously. So it just made more sense to be out there.
Nice, bro.
Nice.
So tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Kelvin España, co-owner of Devil House Art Studio. I make alternative music, pop punk, Spanish music, pop rock, and that's really me. I mean,
What got you into the music?
I've always been very inclined. I ran it through my brother. Just, hey man, you know what? I really want to give this a serious try, but I don't mean just go to somebody's studio. I mean, I want to learn the ins and outs. I want to produce this myself. I want to mix and master. I want to just come at this as hard as I can from all the angles. And
When it came to the music, what was the first thing that you learned?
pop punk,
But as far as like, was it singing? Was it an instrument? Was it
guitar at first, and then bass, and then production. I literally learned singing and production at the same time.
fire?
Dang.
Yeah, because that was one of my questions. Because I feel like, because we're all guitarists here. So me, I probably played guitar for like maybe like 8 years before I started looking into evolving into the songwriting. Because you guys know, as guitarists, like, you couldn't get so far with guitar and vocal. Like, you're already hearing shit in the back, like a bass, a drum, a synthesizer. You know what I mean? So guitar was the first thing, right? And then it was bass, and then it was vocal and production at the same time, or what?
Both at the same time.
What was the software that you used? The first one that you used?
I still use the same one. I use FL, and I do basically everything through FL. Now, I do use more hardware setups, like, you know, a 2A, the Bluey, the 76, stuff like that. You know, a Neve, an API for the preamps, tube mics. It just depends kind of on the song. If I want a warmer sound, a brighter sound, something more open. I mean, it's very much like guitar pedals.
As far as
it's all just flavors.
musician, are you more like a studio musician, or do you do like, have you done any performances, like gigs?
I do both, but obviously the studios where I love to be at. I know here, I guess locally, it's very much to do local gigs for the longest time and then jump into the studio. Overall, I feel like that's counterintuitive. Right now, being online, having a presence is the most important thing. If you don't have an online presence, if you don't have content, and I mean plenty of content, because basically right now, the way that I see it is, if you're not posting every day, you're really, like, you're burying yourself. You need to have content every single day, something fresh, something new for these people, so they can really look forward to following you. Because if you're gonna be dropping once every year, it's gonna be a ghost town. Like, you really need to be as consistent as possible, which is what I reached last year. I dropped about 22 songs, and it was just consistency at its max.
That's badass, bro. And that's hard, bro. Like, music,
Really hard.
music's a process. It's not like anything else, you know, that you got to go into the songwriting, the body of the song, the mixing, mastering, and I don't know how many fucking demos you doing of that, listening to it in the car, like sound checking, you know, like. So for you to be like bringing out, you know, like back to back like that, that's badass, and it's a challenge, bro.
Thank you.
I was gonna, bro, as far as, because I know, Eddie, you do both studio and you do a lot of live. Is there a difference on equipment as far as obviously, you know, you have the interface in studio, but when it comes to like the preamps, the pedals, all that, can it be used on both sides, like production, like in the studio and on live, or do you use different stuff? Like, because I know, like, in obviously when you perform, you use a dynamic mic, right? You don't use a condenser.
Yeah, it's I mean, it just depends because I know that like whenever you perform live, you're usually using dynamics only because if you use condenser, you're gonna pick up everything around it, especially if it's a loud place. You have a lot of people there, it's gonna be loud and you're gonna get the feedback. It's gonna be crazy. But
Yeah.
as far as using stuff from the studio, I mean, if there's a will, there's a way, bro. You can use different stuff, but a lot of live musicians prefer to just go, straight from the board, and then from there you can do different stuff. But with all the technology now, bro, I mean, you can do anything.
So I'm gonna ask both of you guys, like, as far as equipment. I know you, as soon as you came into the studio, like, you got this. You already had it in your fucking head, bro. Like what I had, I'm like, damn. So I guess you all want to name two devices that you like to use when it comes to, whether it's the guitar or like in general preamps, compressors. What is some that you all like?
The Kemper is the most powerful studio like anything for guitar and bass. I will say I've gotten probably the best results off of that. I've tried Helix, I've tried stuff like Bias, plugins. Obviously, Kemper is the best one-to-one sound, especially in the studio. It's like a Swiss Army knife, basically. You have everything in such a tight, compact space. Mind you, this is coming from somebody who has basically all the amps. I have a Mesa Triple Rec, I have a 6505 PV, a Marshall DSL, I have the JCM series, Fender Princeton, Orange O. I can get the Kemper to be about 98% accurate, which means a lot, basically, because I could have any amp in any situation.
So
that's
is Kemper a pedal that has like digital that you can add presets to?
Think of the Kemper as an amp. It's an amp head, but it has cabinets. You could run it directly into your interface, and you have the best results that I've gotten so far.
Nice, bro.
That
nice.
And my Bluey compressor, I swear by that. That goes on everything. The vocals just sound so full. They basically they sound just about mix ready, just coming out of it.
That's awesome.
What about you, Eddie?
As far as live goes,
yeah.
Well, I mean, live is different because like live, you gotta pick whatever amp you're gonna use, whatever you're gonna do. For me, I'm mostly the singer, so for me, just making sure you got a good mic. I mean, I like to go wireless because I like to move around the stage and stuff, and that's important. But I mean, for any live performance, the most important thing is a good mixer and a good sound engineer, bro. Yeah. I mean, that's the most important thing that you can have.
I noticed now, because Matt, when I was doing gigs with Matt, the events, he had bought a mixer that was digital, so he was running it through an iPad.
Okay, yeah.
And then he would just save the presets instead of having a fucking like.
And that's where they start mixing, dude. Like, because you can start bringing whatever. Like, there's some mixers now that you can set up in your studio, and you can set up all your pre's, whatever you want, everything that you need in there, and then take it to a live gig. Bring your laptop, and you can be able to change on the fly. So you can start bringing that really nice studio sound to be in a live event.
One thing One thing that I wanted to do. Are you guys familiar with the Raspberry Pi?
Yeah.
The little computer.
Yeah, of course.
So I wanted to create a multi-effect pedal for like whether it be for guitar or piano or for the vocals, because you can install Reaper on it, but the only thing is that a lot of the plugins are 32 or 64 processors, and these have like the ARM processor, which is like the processors that the phones use.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of that. The only VST, the only DAW that's like friendly with it right now is Reaper. But I know there's already like Dell and Gateway. They've released like some mini computers, so that'd be something I don't know in the future to think about. Because like as far as like your Kemper, like how many, if you could say an amount of like cabinets and effects,
endless.
Endless. So it's pretty much that's what it is then. Like it's
well, the most beautiful thing about it is, let's say you have an amp I don't have. I hook up the Kemper, and I could take that amp with me for life.
Nice, bro.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
The technology is way up there.
I gotta check that shit out because that's very convenient. Like I told you, I got that. This one's old, bro. The Line one. But as far as plugins,
the Line 6 Pod, the rack, right? The red one.
Yeah. But I use more like plugins. So I use like the Guitar Rig. I use Blue Axiom.
Yeah.
And there's another one I can't remember right now. The Helix one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's y'all's opinion on like pedals, like hardware and plugins? Do you guys as guitarists, do you feel like it's a drastic difference or no?
For me, yes, but I'm very. I could name you up to the components of each pedal. I could tell you, oh, this has the JRC chip for, like, let's say an Ibanez TS9 or TS808. I'm that guy. Like, I'm very much, when I'm doing something, I give it my all. I know up to the last thing. Oh, this is a Bucket Brigade chip, etc. So I can tell the difference, but I feel like each one has a time and a place. If you're on the go, if you're limited on space, the plugins nowadays, they get the job done. So,
Bro, what was your first guitar and what's your favorite guitar right now?
my first guitar, it's horrible. It was for $60. I got a Chinese amp, a Chinese no-name guitar off of eBay, thinking, oh, it doesn't matter, like it's gonna be fine. Man, that thing. The frets were so horrible. It would eat through your hands. Like, but I learned a lot on it. Really, I learned a lot on that. And currently, I have a massive collection of guitars. I'm standing at about 40.
Wow.
One of my favorites is a USA Razorback from Dean. It's that, and I have the George Lynch, the Kamikaze, the 4. Which is the green one with, the bombs and everything on it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a beautiful guitar.
Bro, so one thing I've been incorporating in my photography is guitars.
Okay.
So every time I bring a grower, like, I always tell them what was your favorite shoot, and the majority they say guitars.
Okay.
So next time you come back from LA, if you want to bring 2 or 3, and we'll do a shoot with some of the girls.
Of course.
Bro,
Yeah.
I would love that. Because it gives you that. You remember back then the guitar magazines that they had the chicks in the front. Like,
If you have somebody available while I'm here, I'll bring it by. That's not a problem.
badass, bro. Just send me a picture and then I'll get one of them.
Yeah.
You too, Eddie. You got any guitars? Preference, bro. As far as so you're more into the electric than the acoustic.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Especially just because you have so much space with like pickups. Obviously, you can go single, humbucker, the lipstick. You could go P90. You could go high output, low output, stuff like the Dimebucker, the Nazgul, the Sentient, the Black Winter. I mean, it's just an endless space.
Are you a rhythm or lead?
Both?
Both. What were you first though when you started? What were you more
None.
into rhythm?
None.
None. You did
I was
both
trying.
at the same time.
I was just basically just trying to find a space. I never really found a band, so I just started doing everything myself.
Did you learn through tablature or through actual music, like notes?
Just
Music
through hearing.
through hearing. Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's badass.
Sometimes that's the best way to learn, dude, because you teach your ear how to
Yeah.
hear.
Bro, is there a big difference on the food from LA and here?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't.
Okay,
Here,
okay.
it's very
Whataburger or
In-N-Out.
in and out.
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
Damn, get out, bro. No, because my one of my best homegirls, she's from California,
Okay.
so In-N-Out's big over there.
Yeah.
So she's an In-N-Out person. Well, besides the burger stuff, like what's I guess something that stands out over there that you're like, oh fuck, like the food's good.
Food wise, I try to earn more than ever. I've been trying to eat clean. I've been really trying to incorporate the gym, all these, the gains. So food wise, I stick really, really clean for the most part lately. Just basic salads, protein bars, etc. So I'm probably not the best person to ask about food.
Yeah. So now you're in the valley. You don't have one that you're like you fuck with here.
Guilty pleasure food.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Dude, I'm a simple guy, man.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, we can go get pizza from Little Caesars, and I'm, like, chill. Like, we literally ate that. Shout out to my boy Christian. That's what I'm pointing at. Lucid. Y'all go check out his music.
Well, he's gonna be
Day
a
one.
podcast we're doing soon as well.
Yeah, so, like, yesterday, dude, we literally went and just picked that up, and that was that. Like, after a studio session. I'm simple, man. Like, anything's cool with me.
Bro, so who's been your favorite collab so far?
Christian. That's, honestly speaking, one of the most talented humans that I've met. One of the coolest people I could have met and stumbled across through this music journey. And the studio sessions never feel forced. They never feel like a drag. I have had some of those features where I'm like, whoa, like, how are we going to get this done? It's almost impossible to get through it. With Christian, things just happen. It just flows. We're tossing ideas. By the time that we look down, the whole song's done.
When it comes to the making the song, bro, what's your favorite process? Is it
The emotion.
okay? Okay, but besides the emotion, like as far as like when it comes to making the song, is it like the instrument? You as a musician, the songwriting, the performing it in front of people, or doing the music video. Like, what's your favorite process from those?
I would say so far it's been doing the music video because I get to see my idea come visually to life. What was originally just in my head, it was, I made it from scratch, and now I direct my own music videos too. So I produce the idea, I do everything. So seeing it from nothing to something, it's really quite the journey.
So right now, how you said like the emotion, right? The feeling. When it comes to that, whenever you write, do you always write when you're feeling it, or do you also write on a technical side when like just because you know a chord progression, you're gonna try to jump on that? Are you more of like making a song with feeling, or?
Nah, man, I'm like that emo kid. You'll definitely, like, if you go check out my music, for those that do, they know everything's really emotional. Everything's literally driven through emotion. I feel it almost every day, so you see me writing a new song almost every day.
And how's that songwriting process? Like, where you
now
usually...
it's lightning. Now I just throw it on, kind of listen, like, okay, this is what we're working with today, and I'll make it happen.
What's your favorite instrument in a beat?
The guitar, for sure. I mean, that's like the first love for me.
What was your like the first CD or album that you ever had that was like the moment where you're like, oh man, like into music, like this is what I want to do?
Escape the Fate, Dying Is Your Latest Fashion.
Nice.
That was dude, that was like the game changer for me. That was like, okay, this is what I want to do one day with my life. Like this and nothing else. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to be none of these things that the school's pushing. I want to be this, and I'm gonna figure it out somehow, and I'm gonna be this, and now we're here.
Bro, I love one of the videos that I think you did with you did with Eagle Eye, where I don't know if it's you or it's a chick, but there's like fire in the back.
Okay, yeah.
Whose idea was that? Was that yours or Vision's?
Everything was my idea. I just, at that time, I was still kind of getting my camera setup and everything. But shout out to Visions. He's really the GOAT. You bring your ideas, as long as, obviously, you need to bring your ideas correct. You'll get a better video. I came very correct on all angles, and he made, he really made it happen. That video actually is what's gonna start off like everything of this year, all my Spanish music.
Nice.
I
was telling you, I love the fact that you bring in the Spanish to the rock scene,
Yeah.
And that's fire, but something different. Like you mentioned, it's not very common right now, especially in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
As far as the 90s, bro, like top 3 90s band artists or singer, like,
that's hard because I'm not from that age, so it's like,
or like, because I was telling you how like you sound more, or like you're more like on the 2000s, right? But like Tony Hawk vibe music, I guess. From your,
I love stuff like Good Charlotte.
From your early age, I guess, what are your top 3 artists and bands?
Good Charlotte, The Used.
Bro. On my own,
third,
I love that one. Blue and Yellow.
Panda, which is like a pop rock,
bro,
emo.
I was about to tell you that you
yeah.
remind me of them, like Mi Muñeca.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, all of those bands, Allison, Sputnik, like, todo eso bien top para mí, pero, yeah, that's really, like, the whole vibe for me.
Bro, so are you from the Valley, or, like,
I'm
you're
from
born
here.
here?
Yeah.
And your family's from here, too?
No, my family, migrated over from Spain.
Oh, nice. How did you get really into the Mexican, like, rock bands and all that? Like, what got you into that? Like, was it part of the family, or?
No, none of my family is musically inclined at all.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So just as a kid on YouTube, you're scrolling, you're going down like this rabbit hole of bands, and I stumbled across Panda first, and it just took off from there.
Yeah, I remember Panda, bro. That was like I was in high school when that came out.
Yeah.
Pretty badass.
Are you into anything else other than music, like sports, any type of?
I watch like pro wrestling, if you consider it a sport.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm like super into it.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Like current wrestler, Cody Rhodes. Finish the story.
And I
Cody
watch-
for president.
Hashtag we want Cody.
For reals, yeah.
And of all time, who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
Hulk Hogan.
Nice.
I remember seeing him come out with like the whole Hollywood gimmick, you know, the whole heel, which is basically you got the good guys and you got the bad guys, or like, you know, the villain. And that was when he first turned into a villain. He had been a good guy throughout his whole run. So it was like a monumental moment because you saw like it was very much like the death of Superman type of vibe. Like, you know, when Superman comes back with the whole other costume and everything, like very much that type of vibe.
If you've never seen it too, go watch it because he comes out to Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's like a timeless moment.
Favorite childhood cartoon, movie, and TV show.
Cartoon, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. I'm big on anime, so.
Yeah, bro. I fuck with anime.
Cool.
Did you ever watch Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bleach, Naruto.
I didn't get through all of Bleach and I didn't get through all of Naruto. Like,
Yeah. It's all on Hulu now.
oh, okay, cool.
So it's convenient. And then back then, you have to do the subtitles. So now they have it English dubbed.
Okay, yeah.
Attack on Titans. Did you watch that one?
I think I got up to like season 2.
There's one on Netflix called Zeus's Bastards or some
Okay.
shit like that. That one's fire, bro. I highly
Okay.
recommend that one.
Are you gonna? I know you said just pro wrestling, but are you a football fan at all?
I've never watched a football game.
Never watched
I've
a
never
football
watched
game
a
at all?
basketball game. I've never watched anything.
Oh,
like
wow.
that. Yeah.
Are you gonna watch the Super Bowl this year or anything?
Probably not. I've never watched one, and it's not not a knock on anybody, but it's just not something that calls my attention. I'm very focused on just my music, so every day we're really in the studio. We're really trying to grind out. Also, just my company, Devil House Art Studio. We're grinding out merch. We're really trying to push it to the next level. You guys should go check it out. Quick plug. But yeah, no, but me and my brother are really doing something special with this brand. So that's really, that's really us.
This is the reason I bring up the Super Bowl, because every Super Bowl they have a big halftime show where they always get like a big artist to come, and they
Yeah.
have. If you were ever have a chance to be that artist, to be the Super Bowl halftime show, and you got to collab with any artist, say we bring them back, even people that are not living anymore, to the current artist right now. If you got a chance to collab with somebody on that stage, who would you pick?
Lil Peep. Yeah, that's
Lil Peep.
Yeah, that forever. That's one of my just a big influence. Like I remember seeing him on SoundCloud when he had probably 1,000 like listeners or followers and stuff, and I was like, whoa. And then I slowly saw him climb, so that kind of let me know, okay, this is doable. You just have to do the work. But this is like this kid did it out of thin air, basically. He just grinded out. So it is doable.
Bro, so I noticed like I see your profile, right, and I see that you're like your style in the apparel side, it's fire, bro. Like I fuck with it. It's
Hey,
like
thank you.
rock style. So my question is, growing up, did you go through different phases of styles? Like I went through like the baggy jeans, I went through the preppy like style. Like did you have any phases of different styles, or it was always like rock?
We grew up pretty humble, so it was very much like whatever my parents could get me, that's what you're gonna wear. It's not like, oh, you're gonna have a style. But as soon as I could kind of afford my own thing, it was this. And people even from high school will like probably note it. Like it's been this probably for the longest time. Probably I think since I was probably like 16.
Shout out on your merch, bro. I know you hooked it up with a shirt today. Let me show you on the camera.
No problem, man.
Plug it,
bro.
Yes, sir, plug.
So where can they get the stuff?
DevilHouseArtStudio.com. We have a page. You can hit up either me or my brother Elman España. and let's make it happen.
Oh, so you got a brother? Does he do music too or no?
He does art. He's a painter, one of the best-selling painters in all of Texas. Easily, this man has grinded out more than any other painter. And just on another level.
Do you think he'd be down on a podcast? Maybe you could
shoot him a message. Shoot him a message.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you ever get into any like painting or anything like that?
No, that's not a skill that I was blessed with.
Bro, like to me, like you know how like we all have our types of girls, right?
Okay.
So mine would be like a painter girl, like waking up in the morning after we smash, like I'm gonna wake up and she's just like painting, you know, like.
You've thought about that.
Yeah, bro.
You've thought.
Yeah. Okay. What did you ever watch the movie High Fidelity with John Cusack and the guy from Old School Rock, or the chubby guy, the one that plays Koopa Bowser,
No.
the voiceover?
But you've
Jack
thought
Black.
about this
Jack
because you
Black.
have the whole scenario.
Okay, well in the movie, John Cusack he goes to see a girl and she's like singing.
Okay.
And like that day, like they smashed. So the next day he wakes up and she's just like in white sheets, right? But he's like, damn, like he smashed an artist, like a singer.
Okay.
Because of that, I've always thought of like waking up with like what's your type of chick? I guess that's what I'm asking. Like what's someone? Cause dude, I know you had been posting some celebrity girl that's all tatted up.
Oh,
like,
Rhea Ripley.
who
That's
she
a
was?
wrestler.
She's a wrestler.
Yeah, bro, I would ruin my life for her. No. I would ruin my life for her, bro.
So what is it that's special about her that you're like
Her look.
her look,
Her look.
style?
Yeah, that whole alternative style. I mean, that's really what I'm into.
What about you, Eddie?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, I also like nerd girls, bro. Glasses, bookworms.
I don't know if I have a type anymore, man. It's just kind of
Oh,
like
just anything.
Anything.
Let's go.
You know what?
Just
I'll say
through.
this.
That
I'll
lady
say
in the
this.
alley.
I'll say this. So someone, I guess I come to the point in my life where it's like someone that's actually gonna be like the ride or die, that's gonna support no matter what, and that's gonna be there. Someone that has that trust and stuff. Damn. Because that is what really
You gotta
matters.
admit that it's hard in this field. Like
Oh, dude.
I've already like had to not talk to certain girls because they don't understand the creativity side of this. Because you get to collab with a lot of fucking people. So
Automatically,
Some girls
they
can't handle
see
that.
on your profile musician, right there is the big red flag to everybody.
I don't think that's for me. That hasn't been a problem because it's very obvious. Like as soon as I start talking to somebody, this is my priority. You can come second, and if you're cool with that, you are. And if not, there's plenty of other females out there. But you really have to get what you want out of life. Like you get one shot at this ride. Why would I be making a priority somebody who's gonna be temporary? And at the end of the day, we're 10 years down the line. I didn't live out my dreams, and I gave the wrong person my time. It just doesn't make sense.
So I had mentioned phases in the clothing, right? What about in music growing up? What are the different phases, different genres that you went through?
It's been pretty consistent. Obviously, I'll listen to some rap. Like, I'm big on Tupac forever. Legendary. But it's always been this. It's been pop punk. Like, I remember, The Story So Far time. Neck Deep, when they dropped, it was, like, massive. And just like I said, like, obviously, you go into the subgenres of, like, post-hardcore, the metal. You check out Pantera, you check out Metallica, the OGs, but then you dive in deeper to the subgenres, and this is where I ended up.
What's your take on AI?
I think it has its place. I think people that don't really want it to exist, they fear it. I've seen a lot of artists kind of saying, "Oh, they're trying to take our job," or they're trying to take over what we're doing. I think it's they should be seeing it as, I could use this to my advantage. I could further my skill. I could further, my timing, how much I get done in a day. But I think instead of that, they're just looking at it at a very negative aspect.
What's your favorite plugin on on a DAW?
Right now, the God Particle. Yeah.
So is that subscription based or you can
No. You can buy it. It's a mastering. It's basically like an all-in-one mastering plugin. I really like it, and it's like super trippy looking, really, really cool. That Ozone, But you know, I mean, I'm not like using anything out of the ordinary. I'm using stuff that I think everybody has.
Yeah. What about you, Eddie? What's a plugin right now that you're using?
For me, I mean, right now, I'm still like as far as production goes, I'm still kind of new to it. I mean, I'm a Logic guy.
Yeah.
So I've been messing around with all those plugins there, but I know there was one that I stumbled onto from somebody's post. I forgot who it was, and man, I can't even remember the name of it. This is a horrible plug, but I know I tried it, and it's a plug that just it makes. Because I'm big on the vocals. Like, I mean, that's my thing. I'm a singer, so I like to have nice crisp vocals, and whenever I use that plugin, it just makes the vocals sound so crisp, like a live, like if you're doing it live, like a live feel. It doesn't have so many, like it doesn't sound like
it's warm or what?
Yeah, it's a really warm tone. I wish I remembered the name of it, man, but I don't.
Have you guys ever converted your vocal or your guitar into a MIDI file and then apply another plugin over it?
No.
That you should try that, bro. It's
trippy.
Yeah, it's better. One plugin I'm gonna like throw out there. It's called Ripcord. So Ripcord, you just hit one note on the key and it plays like 9 keys, like so it converts it for you automatically. So you can create your own loop transitions, and then it also you can adjust it to where it's like if you're hitting them like one at a time, kind of like in like instead of one sound is like like a more like. So,
consistent.
Yeah, and on that you just buy the presets, and they got them in like different genres, so it's a pretty good one. Windows or Mac?
Windows.
Yeah, me too. Android or iPod? iPhone?
Yeah.
Cool. What's your take on like the new cameras? Do you think they're gonna replace DSLRs or no? The new phone cameras?
I don't think so. No. Not yet. We might get there, I would say, probably in the next 10 years, perhaps. But right now, not yet. I don't think we're there yet.
One thing I've been, because even though they're not at that level of DSLR, they still look decent.
Yeah.
So one thing I recommend is, since right now what's happening a lot, like that's trending a lot, is the whole reels, shorts. So whenever you on a project, like for example right now that we're doing the podcast, fucking record, like something quick,
Yeah.
And then you can use that later as a reel, because
yeah.
This is going back to like marketing. What's your take on that? Like the whole marketing your music and all that. Like, do you have different strategies for that?
I have all sorts of strategies. Marketing is basically what these older artists used to do, of having to knock on each label and ask, like, hey, check out my music. Do you want to sign me? You can do all that yourself now, and it's free. It's just about, like I said, how bad do you want it? I know how bad I want it, so I market everything. I'm talking about day through night. You'll see. Go follow my page. You'll see me posting my merch. You'll see me posting my music. You'll see me, hey guys, support. Hey guys, this. It's free. And plus, if you're not marketing, the next guy will come do it. So it's just about how bad do you really want it. Everybody says that they want it bad, but I really don't think that they want it as bad as I do. Because I wake up more or less 5 a.m. every day, and I'll go to sleep about 1 a.m. You've seen me all day on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, on every single app, posting my music, posting my merch, posting how to get myself further.
Is there an app that you feel is not the easiest, but where you can get like the best engagement? Like, do you have one of the? I know there's a lot of different social media apps, but which one?
I don't think it's about an app. I think it's more about finding your place in the whole social media. It's about finding who are your fans, what do they want from you. Because let's say I could be posting opera music, but these guys want rap from me, and I'm just going against the tide instead of just giving them what they want. I kind of found my niche. I found my place. So it's really more about finding who are your followers and what do they want from you.
I agree. Like a lot of the artists that I've collabed with, I've always tell them that like I want to challenge them in different genres, because I feel like some artists, they try to stick to one thing and they don't know if they're gonna sound better like in English or Spanish or and just a different genre. You just gotta try it out to see, like you say, what crowd are you gonna attract.
That's how I stumbled across the Spanish stuff. I made one song and I had uploaded it thinking hopefully somebody checks it out. It ended up even getting on the official Spotify playlist.
Nice.
Like it did all sorts of numbers. I think it's standing at 500K on Spotify.
Fuck.
Wow.
So that's what led to this year where I'll be dropping 2 Spanish EPs. I already dropped Cenizas, which is basically the first single. Both EPs and that single is all an ongoing story though. It's something very unique. It's something that nobody else has done. It's an ongoing story from start to finish. And I just hope everybody really likes it. I hope you guys vibe with it as much as, I do. And yeah.
Do you have the vision already on the videography side?
Everything. Everything. Yeah, head, like.
You're gonna have Ego for all of them, or do you have other videographers in mind as well?
I'm gonna try to shoot them myself.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot them myself. Just.
I saw you got some camera gear.
Yeah, the Sony G Master lenses.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's fire.
Yeah, thank you.
Have you done any local performances over there in LA?
Oh yeah, no, like I be doing performances, man. I'm doing shows. I'm doing all that. Down here, it just the opportunity hasn't risen to do a show where I feel like it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully in the near future we can kind of figure that out.
Yeah, bro. If it's one person you can get a hold of is this guy. This guy and Ram. I don't know if you know Ram, but they're some of the highest persons in the gigging.
Okay, cool.
And it's crazy how in that world it's a dog eat world.
It's a different world.
It is.
It's a different world, dude.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I've always wondered the difference between the scenes, especially down here in the valley is a certain scene, you know what I mean? But out in LA, I'm pretty sure you see
everything,
all kinds of genres,
but especially for what I'm doing, it's so much love, it's so much support, and that's something that I really do want to push on the whoever's listening, all these local guys. Do not focus so much on the local aspect. It's a big world. If you don't have supporters here, you never know. Your biggest supporter might be out in New York. You might have a kid that's gonna listen to you day and night, but you're out here pushing to a crowd locally. And I cultivated a following for the last, I want to say, it's been about 6 years of just cultivating a following outside of the valley. And I think that's what's brought me more views than most people down here. It's brought me, being able, I literally drop something of merch and it flies off. My views, my comments, everything. I mean, cultivating a following, if local people don't support you, it's a big world. Go out there, chase it, get it. Do not wait for these local people to support you, because they're going to be the last ones, really, honestly speaking, to support you. These people think that, it's not popular to support you right now, but once you get numbers, I've seen plenty of people that were not supporting last year. This year, they're the biggest Kelvin fans. They will come. You just have to go out there and get it. If it's not local, go out there and get it somewhere else.
Yeah, it's rough, bro. And I feel like for every artist, every artist has their own platform. Yeah. I got a homegirl that has a high following base on Instagram and not on the other ones. And I got another homegirl that's on TikTok, she's popping. So we all have, our different platforms that are going to work.
I hit 10K on Facebook, on my fan page. Guys, get me to 20. Road to 20. Shout out.
Nice, bro. Besides the music, any other goals you got this year?
That's my goal every single year, man. Till you see me, till I get a Grammy, till I make it big. That's gonna be my goal, probably till the grave. I want this and nothing else. You know how people will say, "Oh, I want this out of life. This is what I want out of life. Nothing else." It's gonna be this till the wheels fall off.
Any random celebrities that you've bumped into over there in LA?
A few, but I mean, even some celebrities that we've talked. I have a few things behind, but I'm not very much on flexing any of those things. I'm very just low key.
Top 3 video games of all time.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Tekken.
What part?
Tag 2. Tag 2 was very fun. I recently bought the new one, the 8. Been sending everybody to the grave. Shout out, I beat Elman, I beat Chris. You see me online, just know you're gonna lose. Put the controller down. I'm saying what I said. Legacy of Kain. I don't know if you guys ever played those, like the whole Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
about vampires and the underworld. That game, some of the best cutscenes I've ever seen. And
What console you got right now?
PS5.
You want to plug in your gamer tag so people can game?
I rarely be online.
Oh,
I rarely be online. So honestly, I rarely be online. Like Tekken will probably have me online more, but and I would say the third one, Here Comes the Pain.
SmackDown.
Yeah, dude, legendary, because there was so much to do in that game. Like you could build the story up however you wanted. You had so much to do backstage. You had so many different types of matches, and it was just really fun. It had that arcade type of feel to it.
So who was your crush growing up? Celebrity crush?
Hayley Williams from Paramore. Yeah,
Haley.
yeah.
She's cute, bro.
Her and Avril.
Avril was mine.
Okay, good.
So I see you got
That's
a lot
good
of
taste.
ink, bro. Any ink that you want to share that has meaning?
A lot of them do, man. I mean, I feel like all of them hold a special place. I don't have no deep meaning. I got my mom's name up here. I got some, just some stuff. Some are literally just stuff that I like Ken from Street Fighter.
Nice.
Also, I'll beat anybody on Street Fighter. Just
Oh, shit.
throwing that out there too.
They're gonna start asking for them gamer tags.
Bro, I want to host a tournament soon. I
Okay,
could probably
cool.
throw in a wrestling one and Street Fighter.
Are you gonna post it online?
Yeah, bro. We'll plan something, bro.
man.
We'll fucking
But
rent a place, and we'll get maybe 3 or 4 consoles and
Nah, I'm showing up with the fight stick and everything, dude. I got it.
You
I
got
got
it?
it. Yeah.
badass, bro. So which one was the first tattoo that you had? That you
I had gotten my mom's name. It's a diamond with her name up here. But I got most of these in the span of about a year and a half.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got my whole chest and
Are you gonna get the face or the neck?
No, man, no. This is what
Yeah.
sells and I mean, no, really some guys can pull it off, but I don't want to get my neck and I look all cacheton like if I
Yeah.
end up getting too high or too low.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like where it's at right now, probably just from here down is a good idea.
First song that you learned on the guitar.
I think it was Nerve, the story so far. Yeah.
What about you, Eddie?
Mine was Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash. That was mine.
Bro, so anyone that you would want to collab with locally?
I'm collabing with I'm telling you, man, you guys need to listen to me. Like out there, everybody who's tuning in, Chris Lucid is the best. If you want to collab with talent, I don't care what anybody else is doing. Like me and this guy, we're really bringing everything to the table. Go check out our videos and you'll see it's a whole different level of production. I see people and the consistency. You're gonna get us dropping every 3 weeks, and sometimes it might even be a whole album just to drop. I mean, we are not playing with this. We're coming at everybody's neck, man. Like I'm trying to step on everybody.
Cool.
So it's either you get with the side or you don't, but if you don't, it's gonna be a very missed opportunity.
Bro, so who inspires you and drives you to be ambitious?
My brother, My my brother has the most drive of any man that I've ever met.
Are you guys competitive or no?
No, man. Look, me and my brother, we could eat out of the same plate if it's necessary. Like, that's my ride or die. That guy will have me through anything in life. Like, I could trust him blindly, honestly. I could trust him to lead me to greatness and only greatness, nothing less. Like, that man has the most drive, he wants the most out of life, and he has the best head I've ever met on anybody.
Do you think it's a struggle to be an artist?
Struggle in what aspect?
I guess, like, because I see it. I've seen a lot of artists that they go through. I feel like whether you're a painter, you're a singer, musician, we all use this to escape from like anxiety, depression, but also like sometimes some have it hard financially. Some feel like there's not enough support in this. What's your take on all that? Like, because I know it's a process whenever you're making music, because like us, I mean, it didn't take a day for us to have like our own studios and stuff, but
Yeah.
there's other artists out there that like they can't afford this right now, right? So if they get a little opportunity here and there, they'll do it, but at the same time they're also struggling, like within themselves financially. And also,
I like the struggle.
You like it?
I love the struggle. It'll push me to be greater. I'm not gonna be out here in a pity party like, oh, I don't have let's say like what, the Avalon. Oh, I don't have this mic, so I can't make. No, I said, cool, I don't have the Avalon right now. I'm gonna have it next week. I don't know how, but I'm gonna figure it out. I love that type of pressure. I love that type of intensity. Like, I love having the weight of the world on my shoulders. Why? Because I know I'm gonna lift it somehow. Like, I don't know how today, but I'm gonna know tomorrow.
Also, has it been bumpy for you? Like, people like backstabbing you, or like you having to cut off people through the process of the music?
Yeah, I mean, I've ran into some folks that are like that, but I already surpassed them at this point, so I wouldn't even want to drop any names, because I would basically be giving them the promo that they wish that they could have written out with me.
Yeah,
you burned the greatest bridge. And that's why, if you see me online, I'm very supportive and I'm a very cool human being. Like, I'm one of the coolest guys you'll meet in life. I'll give everybody an opportunity. If you don't know how to do something, I'll show you if I know. And I'll never tell you I don't know. I'll tell you, hey, let's figure it out together. And we will. I'm one of the most supportive human beings. And I'm really what I say. I know a lot of people in this scene are trying to put up some facade. Like, it's so crazy. They're trying to be anything but themselves. Why? Being yourself is the most special thing you can be. You're unique unless you don't think that much of yourself. So that goes back to them.
If you had advice to give to any like up and coming artists, or maybe people that want to get into the scene, or that have the dream that haven't started yet, what advice would you give them just to
chase it, don't stop, go as hard as you can. Don't stop for nobody. Don't stop for kids. Don't stop if your girlfriend doesn't like it, if your wife feels some type of way about it. Chase it. You only get one shot at this life. Tomorrow is not promised. You could have been great today, but you're gonna slip up. No, you gotta go as hard as you can.
Bro, so if anyone wants to collab with you,
they can just hit me up, man. They can just hit me up and we're gonna make it happen.
But what are your expectations from them?
Professional sound. A professional sound. Come to the studio mentally ready to get in a probably the most solid session that you've had. I'm gonna push the greatest out of you, nothing less. And it's not that I'm tough. It's just I want you to shine as much as you can. Even if you outshine me, that's me.
Do you have a studio both LA and here as well? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be sending you people too, bro. Like, I always run into talent.
Very cool.
So I'll show them to you first before, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, because nowadays we don't want to waste fucking time either, you know.
Yeah.
No, but I'll give anybody a chance, man. Like, shout out to Rob Kings of Bagwell. He jumped on a Spanish song. The man doesn't even know Spanish, and we kind of me and Chris guided him through it. It's already done. It's on the second project. It'll be the final song. One of the best songs that we've made up to today. But that's how bad he wants it. He said, I'm going to go in there and sing in a language that I know nothing about.
That's really hard to do.
Yep.
I will tell you that's really hard.
It's not like we got it from the first take. I'm not going to be that guy and just say, oh, I hit click and this guy, got it from the first take. No, it's a language he doesn't know. But that's how bad he wanted it. That we're like, hey, this word sounds with this accent. Let's do it again. And let's do it again. But he was there till it got done. That's what you're going to get out of a session with me. You're going to get greatness.
That's badass. I like your energy, bro.
Hey, thank you.
Bro, who's your favorite guitarist?
Hey, you out here asking real questions right now. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm really into the whole shred 80s. So George Lynch of Dokken, one of my favorite. I mean, just timeless.
Is there any band that maybe not around anymore that you wish you could have seen?
Panda. I know Jose Madero's doing his own thing. He announced the tour, so I definitely want to go. Like, homie, I hope he gets to go with me because I want to drag him along. But yeah, like, I think I really deconstruct music, and I really deconstruct, like, did he write this, or is there 10 people writing this song with him? And for him, it's really just him composing these songs. So this guy is an artist on another level. It's not like, the modern, let's say Sexy Red, where there's 10, 20 people writing a song in there, or there's ghostwriters, or there's this. That's something that I really don't believe in. I write everything myself from head to toe, and I feel like that's what an artist should be.
What's the hardest song you've learned on the guitar?
One of the songs on the Spanish EP called Fuiste. It'll be on the second EP. That one took me a minute to finish, but I think it's one of the best.
Have you played with different tunings on the guitar?
Oh yeah. Since I have so many guitars, drop C, drop D, standard, drop, even like some heavy stuff. Even though I haven't showcased that, I am working on like some heavier stuff.
That's very convenient, right? When you have different guitars, because you already have them set to that tune.
Well, that and plus like different pickups. So like, let's say the heavy guitar will have Black Winters, which are made for like metal music, like black metal. Obviously, you could play anything on it, but it's more fine tuned to that type of genre.
Do you replace your pickups? Do you know how to do all that or no?
Yeah.
Like, what's his name from White Stripes? Did you ever watch the documentary?
No, but I know how to solder. I know how to make pedals. I know how to troubleshoot, like, even studio equipment. So, yeah.
That's badass, bro. I got that preamp. Maybe you could
Let's
check
get
it
it
out.
working. Let's get it working.
I got 2 more questions, but Eddie, you got any other ones that you got?
Actually, I do have a question about just. I know that you're out there in LA, so you probably see a lot of this. Like the music scene has definitely changed from the way it was, like, let's say back in the early 2000s to now. Just because I know that now everyone's looking for that 15-second song, if you know what I mean, for that viral video.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting away from writing, like you said, you have a story to your songs, that like it starts in one and it'll continue going, right? A lot of people are just, I hear it a lot, like just the music is changed, where people are just trying to get that 15-second loop, and then the rest of the song, not that they don't try on it.
They want the TikTok moment.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about like that change, and would you like to bring back that other type where it was all about
I'm
like
focused on none of that, man. I mean, honestly, I'm good for them if they can get that little viral moment, but we're gonna look back on this interview in a few years and we're gonna be like, none of these artists really held through, the test of time. They were a 10-minute thing, and we're gonna probably look back and some people are gonna be laughing like, whoa, this is what we were into. A real artist will stand the test of time, and that little, those little 10-second clips are not gonna stand the test of time for a real artist, People are always gonna want a body of work. They're always gonna want just real. That's why you don't see me on TikTok doing what I see others doing. They're doing their little funny dances. That's I don't care what type of excuse they try to put. That's degrading. That's embarrassing. If you as an artist have to get on there doing dolphin flips for 2 or 3 views, that's why would I want to do that? Why doesn't my music make you flip like that? That means you're kind of messing up on your music, so you're trying to somewhat hold up this little blanket doing that. So I feel like a real artist doesn't need all that.
It's funny because me and Danny were talking about the other day just about how a lot of the people, like a lot of the music that's out now, even the younger generation is starting to discover like the 80s and the 70s and the 90s, the music from back then. And when they discover it, they start vibing to it and they're like, wow, like this is completely different than what we like, you know, we got today.
A lot of that music's coming back, even like what's that show on Netflix with the kids, Stranger Things?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
How they brought that 80s song back.
Yeah.
So a lot of that's coming back. I did have another question, bro. Because from my experience with like being a songwriter with guitar, I was always very stubborn on sampling and sample packs. But then after a while, to me, I saw more of like you can get ideas from that and just you never know. You could start with a sample pack and at the end of the song, it's like you do your own thing. But what's your take on sample packs? Do you fuck with that? Like, do you mix it with your guitar skills? Like, or do you do everything
personally
organic? I
do everything from scratch. But going back to, let's say, when I mentioned Peep, I know he would sample stuff. I feel like it has its space. Personally, for me, I really see myself as the definition of what an artist should be. So I want everything to come from scratch. I want everything to come from my head. I want to give people like, hey, this is what I created. And when I say this is what I created, this is really what I created. I didn't have, no help. I didn't have none of that. This came from me, and this is to you.
Nice. Any shout outs?
I really hope all my fans really like these upcoming EPs. Sinceramente con Odio Part 1 and 2. It's all an ongoing story, and I know people will be able to relate to it. And I just hope this year brings, nothing but greatness.
All right, and the last question, bro. Where can people get a hold of you if they want to collab with you or get some of your merch?
Plug
everything.
For the merch, like I said, Devil House Art Studio. They can hit me up. They can hit up my brother, Elman España. And they can find me anywhere. You can find me on YouTube, Kelvin España. You can find me on Spotify, Apple, any platform. It's under my name, Kelvin España. You can go to my fan page. You can literally just hit me up on my personal Facebook. I will respond. It might take a little bit of time just due to all the messages, but I will get back to you. I'm very low key, and if they want to work, if they need help with something, even if they need help with their song idea, we'll make it happen. Just hit me up.
Awesome, bro. I'm very grateful that you came through today.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
One more time, give it up for Kelvin España.
Appreciate it.
So pretty soon we'll be interviewing your homeboy, Chris.
Chris,
yeah,
Lucid, the GOAT. Guys, he's newly single. Hit him up. Hey,
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Valentine's. Hey, come on now. Okay.
You got any Valentine's, bro?
No, I'm single too. Yeah. Look.
There you go.
Look, hey, I'm out here plugging up the homie. I'm single too.
Are we all single in this room?
We're all single.
Ooh.
Hey, you're not. Oh, well, I'm single. That's why I'm wearing red for Valentine's Day.
Ooh, you ready?
Yeah, guys, so this episode's going to be on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. It's going to be on YouTube. And I'm looking forward to the next podcast. I'm also going to reach out to your brother, see if we can bring him in here.
Cool.
I love art, bro. I admire painters, like all that shit's fire.
Well, even the merch, man, that's all him. This that I'm wearing, everything, it's all him. It's his creations.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
And if we ever do that wrestling podcast, bro, we got to bring you in, man.
Bro,
let's
go. I'm a whole historian, man. Cody for president.
Bro, I'm also going to find you some I'm going to find some Street Fighter people, too, so you can battle them. We do it live.
with the fight stick. Just
Whatever you want, brother. All right, guys. Thank you. Music, peace, and love.